Good morning. Myself, Bipin Kumar Gupta, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Today, it's the third lecture of BHDL. BHDL means Very High Speed Integrated Circuit Hardware Description Language. So, in the previous lectures, we will define the need of VHDL, basics of VHDL, why we go for this. These things we can discuss in the last lecture. So today we will continue. First of all, VHDL course objective. These are the course objective why we read this subject, and these are the outcome. After the successful completion, we are able to get these things. Now, lecture review. In the previous lectures, we also discussed about the VHDL history, need of VHDL, why we using the VHDL, entity declaration, and many more things. Now, today in entity declaration, how we will declare the entity? There are different type entity we can use. That is the integer type, floating point type, physical type, composite type, array type, record type, access type, operators, which operator we are using in our programming. Like C language. C is the basic language. When we are starting our engineering, C is the basic language. First language we are learn, that is a C. So I will compare that things many more times. So in C language, we are define the header file first of all. So these header file, what is the function of these header file? These header file define the things, whatever we are using in between the program, that are defining in the header file. And then we can define the values, that is integer type, variable type, character type. So now here also we are defining these values like integer type, floating point type, physical type, composite type, array type. Also we will discuss in that subject array. What is the meaning of array? It is the collection of similar data, a record. Subfields are available. Operator means what operation we can do. That is addition, multiplication, subtraction, less than, greater than. So our program we can define into the three part. First is the library declaration. Second is the entity declaration. After that, architecture declaration. Connection between entity. So in architecture, we can define using the entity, connection between the entity. In architecture, we can use the loop. First is the integer type. What is the meaning of integer type? How we will define the integer type? An integer type define a type whose set of value fall within the specified integer range. It means when we are define type is integer type, then the value, like example is type index is range 0 to 15. So all values are within the 0 to 15. So that is the type. This is the syntax, or we can say type world length is range 31 down to 0. So all word is between the 31 to 0. Subtype data word is word length range 15 down to 0. Type my word is range 4 to 6. So index is an integer type that include the integer type integer value from 0 through 15. In the first example, you can see it is the type index and range is 0 to 15. So index is an integer type that includes the integer value from 0 to 15. Data word is a subtype of word length that includes the integer value ranging from 15 through 0. The position of each value of an integer type is the value itself. For example, if floating point type has a set of value in a given range of real number. What is the real number? We can say a 10.6. It's the real number because it is physically available. So minus 10.5, it is also a real number. So all negative numbers and decimal numbers are also floating point. We also use this type in C language. So how we will declare the floating point? Type TTL voltage range minus 5.5 to minus 1.4. It means range of voltage, that voltage is minus 5.5 to 1.5, minus 1.5. That is the meaning. Type real data is range 0.0 to 31.9. So floating point literal can also be expressed in an exponential form. Floating point will be also expressed in exponential form. If suppose e to the power minus 2, then we can express in floating point. The exponent represent a power of 10 and exponent value must be an integer like that. The exponential power must be in integer number, not the floating number. 16 2.3 e raised to minus 2 to 5.0 e raised to plus 2. That is an example. Integer and floating point literal can also be written in a base other than 10. The base can be any value between 2 and 16. So in this type, we are defining the base with the 2, 10, 16. In this case, the exponent represent a power of a specified base which are defined within the syntax. The syntax for a base literal is base hash, base dash value hash. Like we can declare like that some another way, base hash, base value hash e component exponent. If exponential power is there, then we can declare like form 2. Now these are some example. 2 hash 101 underscore 101 underscore 000 hash. It is the form 1. So first value it will declare the base. So what is the base of this example? It's 2. So base is 2. And what is the value? 101, 101, 000. So its base is 2. We can say 101, 101, 000 base 2, we can say, or we can say 360 in decimal number. When we are doing the equivalent of this number, then it's equivalent to 360. So like that we can define the floating point number. Next example is the 16 hash FA. FA is the having the base 16. So how we will represent FA base 16 like that. So FA we can convert decimal or binary number. So its equivalent is the 250 in decimal number. Now form second. 16 hash E hash E1. How we will represent E? Base is 16 multiply by E means 16, 16 raised to 1, E raised to 1. So what is the meaning of E? E is the 16. So 16 raised to 1. So what you got? 14 multiplied by 16. So it's the 224. It's the decimal equivalent. So it is the form second. We can define the floating point number using this method also. Next one is the 2 hash 110.01 hash. So here it is the another type of example. Here decimal points are also available. So what is the base? First value will show the base. So what is the base? Base is the 2 and value is the 110.01. So we can convert this one into the decimal number. So its equivalent is the 6.25. Now come to the physical type. So physical type contain value represent measurement of some physical quantity. What is the meaning of physical? We are discussing about the physical. What is the meaning of physical? I am physical available. That is a thing which is available. Like that, I will draw a circle. It's having its radius. That is the physical. We can calculate the radius in terms of length. This is the physical quantity. Like time, we can calculate what time it will now it happen. So we can see that is the time is a physical quantity. Voltage, we can measure 4 volt, 5 volt, 6 volt. How much voltage flowing now that time. So it is also a physical quantity. Current, we can measure. So a physical type contain value that represent measurement of some physical quantity like time, length, voltage, and current. Value of this type are expressed as integer multiplies of a base unit. An example of physical type declaration is type, which type is used, current is using, and is range 0 to 1. E9 unit Na. Na is the base unit, that is the nanoampere. So like that we can microampere is equal to the 1000 nanoampere and milliampere is equivalent to the 1000 microampere and ampere is equal to the 1000 milliampere. That is the unit conversion. Subtype of filter current is a current range from 10 microampere to 5 microampere. Values of physical type are called physical literals. Physical literals are written as an integer literal followed by the unit name. For example, 10 nanoampere is a physical literal. Note that the space between 10 and nano is essential. When we are not doing the space between 10 and nano ampere, then it is not permissible. While ampere is also a literal that implies 1 ampere. Other examples are 100 nanoampere, 10 volt, 50 seconds, kilo ohms, and 1 kilo ohms. Composite type. A composite type represents a collection of values. It is a collection of value. There are two composite type, an array type and a record type. Array type, what it do? In array type, it will a collection of similar data types. So it is a collection. So we can say it is the composite type. Record type, it is having the subfields. An array type represent a collection of value all belonging to a single type. When one is integer, then all values are integer in array. So it is a same type value, single type value. On the other hand, a record type representation, a collection of values that may belongs to same or different type. It may be same or it may be different. So there are the two types in composite, array type and record type. An object belong to a composite type, therefore represent a collection of sub-object, one for each element of the composite type. An element of a composite type could have a value belonging to either a scalar type, a composite type, or an access type. For example, a composite type may be defined to represent an array of record. Now we will discuss about the array type. An object of an array type consists of elements that have the same type. As I already mentioned that array is the same type. So example of array declaration is type address underscore word is array 0 to 63 of bit. So this is the example of array type. Type data underscore word is array 7 down to 0 of MBL. Type ROM is array 0 to 125 of data underscore word. Now come to the record type. An object of a record type is a composed of element of same or different type. As previously we will discuss, in record type it may be having the same type or different type elements. It is analogous to the record data type in Pascal and the structural declaration in C. An example of a record type declaration is a type pin underscore type is range 0 to 10. Now suppose we are declare a module whose record is type module is record size integer range 20 to 200. Critical delay time. Number of inputs pin type and number of output pin type. So there are the different types. First one is integer, second one is the real physical type. So there are the different type and composite. So it's a composite type record. So we can declare like that in a record. Now one more example, type student roll number is range 0 to 10. Type student name is record. Student pass, number underscore student underscore pass, it's the integer value. Number underscore student underscore fail, it's also integer. So this is the same type record. So it is the same type. And previous one, it is the different type of record. Access type. Values belonging to an access type are pointer to a dynamically allocated object of some other type. They are similar to pointer in Pascal and C language. Example of access type declaration are type PTR, age access module. So, what is the meaning of access type? So, type FIFO is array 0 to 63, 0 to 7 of weight. Type FIFO underscore PTR is access FIFO. PTR is an access type whose value are addressed that point to object of type module. Every access type may also have the value null, which means that it does not point to any object. Object of an access type only belongs to the variable class. When an object of an access type is declared, the default value of this object is null. Incomplete type. It is possible to have an access type that point to an object that has elements which are also access type. This can lead to mutually dependent or recursive access type. Since a type must be declared before it is used, an incomplete type declaration can be used to solve this problem. An incomplete type declaration has in the form of type underscore name. Suppose that I am writing one program. In between, we are not declare any object, one object. So I need this object. So how we declare that? So using incomplete type, we can use that declaration we can done in between the program. So we can remove that problem using incomplete type declaration. So how we will declare the completed type name? Simple. Once an incompleted type has been declared, the type name can now be used in any mutually independent or recursive access type. File type. Object of file type represent file in the host environment. They provide a mechanism by which a VSDL design communicate with the host environment. The syntax of a file type declaration is type file dash type dash name is file of type name. The type dash name is the type of value contained in the file. Here are two example type vectors. So file type is the vector, is file of bit vector underscore vector. So type name is the bit vector. Type name is file of string. So type is the string. We can use the string of this example. A file of type vector has a sequence of value of type bit underscore vector. A file of type name has a sequence of a string as value in it. Operator. Suppose that I am writing a program and during the program I need some operator because we are also doing ALU operations. So what operator we can use? So that predefined operator in the language are classified into the following 5 categories: logical operator, a relational operator, adding operator, multiplying operator, miscellaneous operator. So one by one we can define. So everybody knows what is the logical operator meaning, what is the relational operator meaning, what is the adding operator meaning. Logical operator means logical operation can be performed. How many logical operation we can perform? And, or, and, not, nor, XOR. These are the logical operator we can perform. Relational. Which one is the relational? Equal, not equal. These are the relational operator. Adding, add two numbers or add two strings. We can use these operators. Multiplying of any numbers we can use this type, and miscellaneous we can see. Operator in the same category have the same precedence and evolution is done left to right. Parentheses may be used to override the left to right evolution. So when the any operators is coming, then we are doing the operation in the left to right. How we will do? We will see one by one. Logical operator. As I already mentioned that there are the six logical operators are there. That is the AND, OR, NAND, NOR, XOR, NOT. These are the six logical operators which we are performing. So these operators are defined for the predefined type bit and Boolean. They are also defined from one-dimensional array of bit and Boolean. During evolution, bit type value 0 and 1 are treated as false and true value of the Boolean type respectively. True and false value will be used as an Boolean type, and bit value it may be 0 and it may be 1. When 0 means false and 1 means true. So AND, OR, NAND, NOR, XOR, and NOT operation are performing like that. So respectively, the result of logical operation has the same type as its. Suppose that we are providing the input, we are doing an operation AND operation, and we are providing the Boolean input like true and false value. Then the result is also a true and false. And if we are providing the input 0 and 1, then the result is also 0 and 1. So the NOT operator is uniquely logical operator because NOT is having the only single input. So when the input is given true, then output is false, and when input is given false, then output is true. And when 0 is given, then output is 1, like that. So unary operator and has the same precedence that as that miscellaneous operator. Relational operator. How many relational operators are there? That is the equal to, equality, inequality, slash equal is the inequality, less than, greater than, less than equal, greater than equal. So these are some relational operator which will define the relation between two values. So the result type for all relational operation is always Boolean. It may be true or it may be false. Like the equality and the inequality operator are permitted on any type except the file type. The remaining four relational operators are permitted on any scalar type, that is integer or enumerated type or discrete type, that is array in which element value belongs to discrete type. So in a relational type, output is always Boolean function. So that is the most important things. So when operands are discrete array type, comparison is performed one element and a time from left to right. Like that, one example is given with vector 0, 1, 1 is less than with vector 1, 0, 1. So it is true. 0 is less than 1. So it is true. Since the first element in the first array aggregated is less than the first adding operator. As the name suggests, we are doing add. So which operator we are using? Add, subtraction, that is plus, minus, and AND. So AND are used for the string purpose. The operand for the addition and subtraction operator must be of form numerical type with the result being of the same numeric type. The addition and subtraction operator may also be used as unary operator, in which case the operand and the result type must be the same. Whatever input we are providing, same result we are getting. The operand for the concurrency operator can be either one-dimensional array of or an element type. We can see the example. The result is always an array type. For example, 0 and 1. So what is the result? End. So it will end the between 0 and 1. So what is the result? Result in an array of character is 0, 1. Suppose that one more example, C and A and T. So what you got? Cat. VA and LL. What result you got? Wall. So like that we can get multiplying operator. Multiplying we can do two more operation like multiplication and division. Slash we are using the division and star we are using for the multiplication purpose. So the multiplication and division operator are predefined for both operand being of the same integer or floating point type. The result is also of the same type. The multiplication operator is also defined for the case when one of the operand is of a physical type and the second operand is of integer or real type. The result is of physical type. Miscellaneous operator. The miscellaneous operator are the ABS or double star. The ABS absolute operator is defined for any numeric type. The exponentiation operator is defined for the left operand to be of integer or floating point type, and the right operand, that is the exponent, to be integer type. Now I will come for architecture body, how we will declare these using these declaration. So architecture body, we are the provide the relation between entities. We can define the entities. So architecture body describe the internal view of an entity. It describes the functionality or structure of the entity. The syntax of the architecture body is this is the syntax how we will define the architecture. Architecture dash name. This is the architecture name. Any name we can use for that purpose. Like suppose we are designing the half header, then we are writing the architecture name is the half a ha underscore ad. That is the architecture name of whatever entity we are using in that program. That entity name is same, is architecture item declaration, whatever architecture item, then begin, then concurrent statement we can use. After begin we can use the concurrent statement, and then we can close the architecture. That is the syntax of architecture. That is example is given architecture AOI concurrent. So this is the architecture name. AOI underscore concurrent is the architecture name of AOI. AOI is the entity name. Each begin. Now we will provide the concurrent statement. Z is equal to not A and B. First of all, operation will be perform A and B, and then perform the operation C and D, and then do the OR operation. End of AOI concurrent. So this is the architecture body of AOI concurrent. Now next example, architecture AOI underscore sequential of AOI. So AOI underscore sequential, it's the architecture name. Begin. Process A, B, C, D, variable. Temp 1, temp 2. So here we are using the temporary variable in between the program. Begin. Temp 1 is equal to A and B. So now in the previous example, we are doing the structural modeling. So here we can using the temporary variable which we are needed. So temp 1 is having the A and B, temp 2 having the C and D, and temp 1 A, temp 1 or temp B. Then we are getting the Z. So Z how we will got? Not of temp 1. So end of sequential statement. The first architecture body, AOI concurrent, describe the AOI entity using the data flow style of modeling. And the second architecture body, AOI sequential, uses the behavior style of modeling. Process statement. Process I will use in the previous example also. So what is we are using the process? A process statement contains sequential statement that describe the functionality of a portion of an entity in a sequential terms. The syntax of a process statement is process level, process sensitivity list, A, B, C, D, like that we can use. Begin, end process. If we are starting the process, then we can close the process, and this is the sequential statement. We can see in the previous example also, we will after the process we will start the begin and then we can close. So now I will come. This is the loop which we already discussed in previous lectures, if else statement. And if statement select a sequence of statement for the execution based on the value of a condition. If that condition is satisfied, then it can follow, it can sequentially statement will be execute. The condition can be any expressions that evaluate to a Boolean value. The general sequential statement. Else if sequential statement. Now fit. Now then else. Then sequential statement and like that. One example is given. If sum is less than equals to 100, then or sum is equal to sum plus 10. And if so, that is the part. Case statement. The format of a case statement is case expressions when choice, sequence statement branch 1, then when choice, sequence statement branch 2 can have a number of branches, like that we can choose one, and up to last branch we can write like that, and then we can close the case. Here one example is given. Type big day is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Type dollar is range 0 to 10. Variable day colon big day. Variable pocket money is equal to dollar. Case day. When Tuesday, then pocket money is equal to 6. That is the one case. When Monday and Wednesday, pocket money is equal to 2. When Friday to Saturday, Sunday, pocket money is equal to 7. When other, then pocket money is equal to 0. And so these are the different branches we can define. Null statement. Null statement is a sequential statement that does not contain any cause, any action to take place, and execution continue with the next statement. One example of this statement use is an if statement or in a case statement, where for certain condition it may be useful or necessary to explicitly specify that no action need to be performed. Loop statement. A loop statement is used to iterate through a set of sequential statements. The syntax of loop statement is loop level, iteration scheme loop, sequential statements. Then we can close the loop. There are three type of iterations scheme. The first is the for iteration scheme that has the form for finder identifier is age. So there are three type of iteration scheme. The first is for iteration scheme that has is the for identifier in the range. For example, of this iteration, factorial 1 is equal to 1. For number into to n loop, factorial is equal to factorial multiplied by number and loop. The second is a like that we can define. So like that we can define. We can continue this one into the next lecture. Our loop statement because it is a now I will come to the textbook. Digital System Design using VHDL by CH Root. This is the very good textbook which are available in market. So we can read this book and everything isn't there. Next book is the Circuit Design with VHDL by Volani A. Perodoni. So this is also a textbook which all things will be described in detail. Now reference book VSDL Primer by J. Bhaskar. That is also a good book. It is also contain the some example also. So we can go for this book also. Introduction to Digital System by M. Risugo T. Leg. So these are the different book which are available in market, which also we can see the our programming. So I think VSDL Primer J. Bhaskar is the good book for detailed description. These are NPTEL lectures links, which are NPTEL video lectures are also available. Now I am coming for quiz. Which of the following language can describe the hardware? As I already mentioned, we are discussing only on hardware languages. So we not need to worry about the software languages. But we read the software languages. C. I will take many more example of C. So C is a software language. C++ also software language. Java is also a software language. But VHDL. What is the full form of VHDL? V stands for VHSIC. HDL means hardware description language. So VHDL is a hardware language. So what is the correct answer? Correct answer is the D, that is the VHDL. What do VHDL stands? I already mentioned V stands for VHSIC, H means hardware, D means description, L means language. So in A option it is given the Verilog hardware description language, so it is not correct. VHSIC hardware description language, so it's correct. Now it is the correct answer, but we are going for the next options also. So C option is the very hardware description language, so it's not a correct. V not stands for very. V stands for VHSIC. So many times we this is not the correct answer. Next one is the BME bus description language. This is also a very good language. also not correct answer. So B is the correct answer. Which of the following describe the connection between the entity port and the local component, between entity port and the local component? So it's current one-to-one map. We cannot do many-to-one, one-to-many. So the correct answer is the A, that is the port map. How are the design specification are represent in the behavior modeling design style of VHDL? How we will design specification represent in the behavior modeling? Behavior, as I say many times, there are the three types of modeling are there: data flow, behavior, and structure. Data flow port mapping we can do, behavior using truth table we can do the modeling, and the structure we can using the logical gates. So the Boolean equation we are not using in the data flow modeling. Truth table we are using in the behavior modeling. Logical diagram we are using in the structural modeling. State diagram also using the data flow. So correct answer is the C. Logical B. Sorry, B is the truth table. Next one is the data flow style of architectural modeling is represent as a set of assignment statement. Concurrent. As now I am seeing that the concurrent statement are shown. This type of architecture modeling style describes the internal design detail in the form of set representing the interconnected component. That is the structure. What does an entity specify in the VSDL program format? That is input output pins of the circuit. The most basic form of behavior modeling is in VHDLH if statement. So its correct answer is the assignment statement. What does the architecture of an entity define? External interface, we cannot bother about the external interface. Internal functionality, we can define the entity in we can provide the architecture between the connection of these entity. So port of the entity, not specifications. So correct answer is the B. Internal functionality we can define in the architecture body. What does the declarative part of architecture contain? Declaration of another entity, declaration of libraries and package, declaration of local signal constant and subprogram, declaration of architecture type. So C is the correct answer. The statement in between the keyword begin and end are called the concurrent statement, because begin is started in the architecture body and end we can close that architecture. So in between that concurrent statement are there. So now I will close today lecture. So thank you all for listening me. My next lecture will be uploaded soon. Thank you all.